cord real quick. Okay, so one of the things that I get a lot from people is talking about posting. So, posting on Facebook, posting about, on Instagram, what to post about. And something really important to remember is now that you're a coach, it doesn't mean that that becomes your full identity, okay? You're still, whatever you were before you signed up, whether you're a wife or a mother or a, whatever that makes you who you are, you're still that person, okay? And it's important to keep that until weave coaching in, okay? Because, sometimes I've seen, and I even did it when I first signed up, where it's like your whole page turns into like a Beachbody Beachbody background, pretty much like everything is Beachbody, Beachbody, Beachbody. And we don't want that, because if you think about it, and not that anything's wrong with It Works or any other companies, but, one of the things that I don't think they understand is branding, and that you are your brand. You have to be the one that is showing what works for you as a coach, okay? And I did a webinar for people who are interested in coaching earlier. And one of the things that I noticed when going through the information about Beachbody is that Beachbody has evolved so much since, it came out in 1998 as just Beachbody. And it was like the infomercials that you guys can probably remember, like P90X and Insanity and some of the newer programs. And then they came out with coaching in 2007 because they saw all these people in the message threads on their site helping each other through the programs and cheering each other on and sharing what was working for them to help them through it. And so the CEOs, Carl and John, both said, how can we really help these people for what they're doing? They're helping us get more sales because they're, helping people through the programs. And, all of these people are getting more people into the program. So what can we do to help them? So they came up with coaching in 2007. Now, 8 years later, our company is still really new. But if you guys, I can always post a picture of what's happened since they started in 2007. It's crazy how many programs have come out. And you guys are brand new coaches at one of the coolest times at Beachbody, because not only do we have Size coming out, oh my God, Size is coming out in just like a week. Well, if you're going to Summit, you'll be able to get it on the 14th, no, the 17th, yeah, 17th. But if you're not going to Summit, you can get it on the 20th. And if you haven't tried it, guys, you all can try Beachbody on demand and get a free access to the Size workout. And it's pretty freaking fun. Like, it's a lot of fun. I just saw someone post their results for Size, like the 30-day Size, and they lost like 7 pounds and 9 inches, and she really didn't have very much to lose at all, which is really exciting to think that you're just dancing and eating healthy and, seeing results. So where I'm kind of getting to in a roundabout way is posting. You want to really make sure that when you're on your profile page, or if you do decide to create a like page, which I'll get into, or Instagram, you're still being yourself. But I want you to think about the person that you want to be attracting. So, I see you have your kid on here. So maybe you're attracting, hi, maybe you're wanting to attract other moms, okay? Maybe someone who's not a mom, that's not your market. Maybe you're focusing more on women who are single, who are trying to get into the best shape of their lives. Or, women who are going through a divorce, or women who just had a baby, or currently pregnant, or whatever. You want to know that as a brand new coach from the beginning, guys, because you can help people who don't fit that market or that niche, but it's going to make your posts work better for you when you know who you're talking to. And, we call it your niche. You want to think about that. So when you're putting things on Facebook, you're not just posting, I love the sun, or it's so nice out. You're posting something that you would want that mom to respond to, or you're asking advice that you want that mom to respond to, or whatever. For instance, with me, I'm pregnant right now. So a lot of the stuff that I put up is focused towards that mom. And something that I shared with the team in our team group is that, I was promoting a weight loss group, and it's like, that's silly that's not my market, and it totally flopped. No one responded to it. I'm like, what's going on? It's because that's not my market. Okay, my market right now is pregnant women. So think about that when you're posting. I tell my new coaches, you always want to think of like 5 things that make you who you are. Okay, so maybe you're a mom, maybe you're a wife, maybe you're a full-time student, maybe you have a full-time job in like you're a nurse or you're a teacher or whatever. You want to think of things. Maybe you're an awesome cook. Side note, one of my friends who's really not a good cook, she was just telling me she was going to try to put up a recipe that I had made with these little like cookie dough balls. And you guys will maybe get this, but I said in the recipe, coconut milk, full fat. She went and just got like the thing of coconut milk that's like the kind that you put in Shakeology. And she's like, why didn't it turn out? I'm like, it has to be canned coconut milk. So she would never put recipes up on Facebook because that is not her little hobby, right? I love to cook, so I post a lot of recipes. So if you're not a cook, don't try to be that. I'm trying to think. Maybe you're an artist. Maybe you're really good with that stuff. Maybe you're into photography. Posting different things that attract people to you, okay? And I want you to go through those different hobbies. Think of 5 to 10 after this call and write them down and try different posts that are related to those hobbies throughout the day. Your family, obviously, is a hobby. As weird as that sounds, but whenever people see pictures of family, I know whenever I post a picture of my husband or my puppy or whatever, it gets a ton of likes because people are really nosy and they like to see glimpses into your life, okay? So think about those hobbies and start posting them on your profile page, okay? If you haven't already been. Another thing I want to make sure I mention is if you're someone who doesn't post a lot on Facebook, don't go to like 3 or 4 times a day because your friends are going to be like, whoa, what's going on, Kelly? Like, why are you posting so much? I'm not used to this, and they're going to be like kind of set off. If you're someone who posts like once a day, then pick that up, okay? If you're someone who didn't post very much at all in a week, then try to shoot for once a day, okay? Something that's about one of those hobbies that kind of rotates it through, okay? And build up over the weeks and months. You don't have to jump in. Sometimes I post 3 or 4 times a day. Other times it's like once a day, okay? So just because you see other coaches doing it doesn't mean that you have to be doing that right now, okay? You are getting your grounding right now. The last thing I wanted to mention about posting is timing. Timing on Facebook is everything. Everything. And you never would think it. And, some of this might be new for you guys. It was new for me. If you put a post up, not all of your friends see it, okay? It really depends on who's on Facebook at that time and how much they've interacted with you before. Okay, so if you put a post up and you get 0 likes and 0 comments and you're someone who doesn't really post that much, don't be discouraged. Okay, you have to build up what they call your Facebook affinity. Okay, so it's you posting more often, things that are connected to those hobbies, your friends getting used to seeing you post more, and the other side of that is you have to be interacting with your friends on their posts. Because the more that you comment and like on their stuff, the more they're going to see yours. It's a whole nother world. We'll get into more of that when you get farther in, because that's probably a little overwhelming. But it's important to know so that when we talk about challenge groups and we talk about coaching, getting people interested in coaching and stuff like that, you want to think about when your friends are on Facebook. For instance, we have some times that are what we call dead zones for Facebook. 12 a.m. until 8 a.m. are usually dead zones for Facebook. If you post after 12 a.m., most people are not on Facebook. If you post, I think it's usually around like 1 to 4, that's another dead zone. And I always catch myself like wanting to post something at that time. And it's like, oh, wait, people are busy at work or doing other things at that time. They're not on Facebook. Okay. And the weekends, the times change. But these are things to just remember when you're posting things. And as a brand new coach, this is really important to remember. If you mess up, if you put something up and no one comments, that's okay. That's okay. As a brand new coach, I want you to fail. I want you to, that sounds wrong. I want you to try things out, and I don't want you to fail, but I want you to try things out and say, oh, shoot, that wasn't a good idea. Or, oh, that was a good idea. I'm going to do it again. There's still things that I'm trying out now that I'm like, oh, yep, that didn't work out very well. For instance, my post to help people lose weight. They know I'm not losing weight right now. I'm like up 15 pounds with this baby girl right now. So for me to say, let's go lose weight, they're all like, I don't know about that. So I knew that didn't work too well, and I got to change my strategy. So I want you guys to try those things out, and just know, like, the cool thing about social media is you put it up and you wait a couple hours, and if no one comments or likes, you just delete it. Okay, and I would recommend deleting it, especially if it's like a post about a challenge group or something. Just delete it and try it out another time. Okay, so Facebook profile page versus like page. I saw some of you asking me about that. Now, before, I would probably tell you not to, because I would be like, oh, it's kind of a pain to build up a like page. I highly recommend starting up a like page, okay? And I want you to know that it gives you an area. Some people feel more comfortable because they're like, okay, I don't have to be, talking to all of my friends on my profile page, and I can feel safe on my like page. But I want you to know it's going to take some time to build it up, okay? And I tell new coaches to start out, open it up, make it a public figure page. It's super easy to make it. And, have a profile picture that's of you smiling, and create a cover photo. We'll go through all that stuff later on in the week, so don't worry. But I want you to make sure that you know it's going to take time, and you need to promote it on your regular profile page. Just saying, hey, say I'm Angela, and say, hey, I just started getting into my healthy fitness lifestyle, and I'm going to be posting some tips and motivation over on this page. I'd love for, whoever would be interested to check it out. And just put the link up, and you might get 2 or 3 people. You might get 10. You might get 20. Okay? It's about building it up over time. Now, the other side of that is that you'll be posting on that like page on a regular basis, maybe once or twice a day, things of those hobbies that we talked about, things about that niche. And you might think, Meg, I have no idea what my niche is. I have no idea what makes me, stand apart from other coaches. That's a completely normal feeling. And guess what? I'm actually putting together a video. If I can find some time either tomorrow or Thursday or Friday to put together a video to kind of help you guys figure out your niche. Because it's one of those things that's scary, but there's so many things about you that make you unique and awesome that you might just not see. Okay, so stay tuned for that. I promise you I'll have that up for you. But start thinking about it, because there's things I remember. I think probably most of you follow Chalene Johnson. I remember with one of her trainings, she's like, you need to know your market and your niche. And I'm like, I just like to help people and be healthy, and then I started having all of my health issues, and I was like, boom, that's my market. That's my niche. I'm going to run with that. And it did really well, but it took me a while to figure it out. So if you don't figure it out right away, you will. Okay. But the like page, I highly recommend starting one. And if you want my advice on it, you can always send me the link. You can send me an invite, but if you do, make sure you let me know, because I never look at those invites. I get a little overwhelmed with things. So let me know, just message me, even if I'm not your direct upline. I see a couple of you that are not my direct coaches, and you can still message me. I'm still there to help you guys as much as you need me. Okay, so that's Facebook page versus like page. Oh, and something else about like pages that are really cool is that not only can you, and I'm not going to make you do this right away or ever make you do it unless you want to, is you can promote posts, which means, pay maybe $2 or $3 for more people on your like page to see your posts if you're talking about a challenge group or something like that. And it just gets into more people's news feeds, which that's probably going to go over all of your guys' heads. Just know it's a really cool resource on a like page to have. Okay. Okay, we talked about not afraid to fail. Something else for all of you, because you're brand new. I want you to start thinking about a free group. Okay, a 5-day free group. Today is July 7th. So I recommend starting on the next Monday, which that's the 11th, I think, or 12th. 12th, I think. But I want you to start on whatever the next Monday is. And I want you to think about something that will be super simple. For instance, I have a lot of newer coaches who are doing 5-day water, like clean water, 5-day water challenges. So we all know the importance of drinking water, right? You have to drink enough water to really keep everything in your body going and help with weight loss and just help you feel normal. And so what they do is they look online at these water. Actually, I should screen share so you guys can see what I'm talking about. I'm going to screen share this for you. Hopefully it doesn't overwhelm you with all this stuff that I've pulled up. I usually overwhelm people because I don't keep things so organized on my computer. So say that we want to do a water jug challenge. Now, I think this idea is super cute, and it makes it really easy for brand new coaches to get people interested. So everyone can go to the store and buy a water jug of, distilled water, and write on it, 9 a.m. finish up, or, 7 a.m. pour me, 9 a.m. drink up, and go through this whole little thing and write on it and tell your friends to do the same thing and say for 5 days, we're going to hold each other accountable to drinking water. Okay? Everyone knows that they need to drink water. People aren't going to be like, why are you doing that, Stephanie? Like, that's stupid. They're going to be like, oh, I did think about that. Because water helps with so much stuff. Now, for you, what I would recommend doing is maybe tonight posting something about the fact that, you are wanting to start drinking more water, whether you're suffering from headaches or you're feeling tired or, you're trying to lose weight or whatever, make it focused on you and say, I'm trying to lose weight and I know that I need to increase my water. So I'm going to be focusing for 5 days on drinking more water. It's, I'm running a completely free group for 5 days. Who wants to do it with me? Okay, now I know this is out of all of your comfort zones to do this, but I highly, highly recommend doing it, and it is so worth it. You can ask Angela, you can ask Kelly. When you do free groups, it takes your business to the next level. Because not only does it push you out of your comfort zone and start talking to people, but 2, it gives you that confidence to run a group and feel comfortable helping people. And 3, it helps you see people who you would have never thought of interested in doing this. We made you do that list of 100 people, hopefully. I know for the people who signed up as my coaches, I kind of force them to do that, the list of 100 people. And there might be people who comment on your post that you're like, oh, I didn't even put her name down on that list. And then you can write her name down. Or, oh, I have her name on that list. You can put a star next to her and say, okay, she is interested in doing something with me. Now, to start a free group, think about the group that we have on Facebook, okay? It's just a Facebook group, okay? Anyone can start a Facebook group. You can go on there and you look at under where all the groups that we've added you to, there's something that says create a group. Literally, you click it, you can come up with whatever name you want. You can call it the Water Jug Challenge. You can come up with something cute and clever. Come up with whatever you want to do and keep it super simple. Add those people who said that they're interested in doing it into the group. Start it on Monday, have your jugs of water ready, and post once a day, every single day, one thing that water helps you with. Whether it's digestion, whether it's sleep, whether it's energy, whether it's skin. God, water does so much. And not only are you starting them on something that is so simple that's going to start on their healthy journey, but it's giving you leeway into the next step, which is fitness and nutrition and doing a group with us. And we'll get into that in a couple of weeks. I'm not going to overwhelm you quite yet. But focusing on getting them started on something that is so simple and so completely free. Water is free. So how do you guys feel about that? Does that seem like something you could do? Yeah? It's not too overwhelming. And obviously you can do clean eating. You can do, what else have I seen? Squat lunge challenges. You can do an ab workout. You can do whatever you want as a free group. This is just something that I've noticed new coaches doing, and they're getting a good response from it. So it's totally up to you. You can do a no sugar for 5 days group. I've done those, and those take off really well because everyone knows we eat way too much sugar. I mean, I just ate some ice cream, which is really not good for a baby, but whatever. So we'll talk about the free group in the group tomorrow, but I want you to just start thinking about that along with the hobbies. And if you're comfortable enough, I want to push you to get a post up tonight. Something just simple, you guys. Just think about what you would want to see someone say, okay? And the worst thing that happens is no one responds and you delete it and then, you ask our opinion tomorrow. That's the worst thing that happens, okay? Last thing that I want to make sure that I mention to you guys. Oh, I'm out of breath. Now that you guys are new coaches, there's something called Success Starter. And as a brand new coach, if you help 3 people this month, since all of you guys, maybe you signed up in June, July is still counted as your first month. And Angela actually was a Success Starter of mine officially. But if you hit Success Club the first month as a coach by helping 3 people get started on their journey with Beachbody. So they buy a challenge back from you. So whether it be the 21-day fix, whether it be 21-day fix extreme, whether it be PiYo, P90X3, any of the programs bundled together with Shakeology, they're getting a challenge back. Okay, and the deals this month are 21-day fix and 21-day fix extreme for $140, which is pretty awesome. That program is huge, you guys. Anyone that does that program sees results. I'm still following the meal plan while I'm pregnant because it's like so simple. So say that you have 3 people in the month of July. That gets you to official Success Club or your first month of Success Starter. Now say that you hit it for 3 months in a row. You get a free ticket to Summit next year. So you're going to be seeing a lot of posts from me and from some other coaches who are going to Summit in a week. Holy crap, you guys, I can't believe it's a week away. But what it is it's a huge group of coaches. Like I think there's 20,000 coaches coming this year all together in Nashville. They run it out like all of Nashville. And we're doing live workouts. We're doing trainings. They're doing like recognition. They're announcing things that are going to be launched, which I got to tell you, there's some really cool stuff coming up. And I can't tell you what it is, but it's really awesome. And so you guys you're at a really good time right now. And so you would get a ticket for next year, which I'm like 99% sure it's going to be in Nashville again, which will be really fun. And usually the tickets run for like $400. So to be able to say to your husband or your spouse, hey, I won this for free and I get to go, this is a legit business and I get to go to this and it's going to take my business to the next level. I think that he'll be like, okay, all right, I believe you, or she's going to say, that's fine. It's something that you don't want to miss. I remember I think back to when I was a brand new coach and I was like, yeah, I don't really want to do this business. I don't know what I want to do with this. And then I started seeing people go to Summit. I remember the first Summit I missed and one of my best friends went and I was like, God, I'm going next year. And I'm seeing in my Time Hop, such an awesome app, but I'm seeing in my Time Hop that I'm like, yay, I registered for Summit for the first time. And this was 5 years ago, which is so crazy. But I would love to have all of you guys at Summit because not only do, we get to meet face to face, that's not just through a computer screen, but you'll get to meet your other teammates. You get to go to live trainings. You get to get recognized for things that you've done in your business. It's pretty cool. And I have no doubt that you're all going to want to be, recognized and are going to do some awesome stuff. So that's everything that I wanted to cover. I am going to kind of put you guys on the spot and I just want you to say your name and just one small reason why you are a coach. Just something to get your why started. I know you guys saw me ask in the group that I want to see your why. You don't have to give your whole long why yet. Don't worry, I'm not going to make you that uncomfortable. But I just want to hear your name and just one of the reasons that you signed up as a coach. Okay? So I got to go off of names because I recognize some faces. Let's see. Okay, we'll start with Whitney. So you can just unmute yourself, like look in the little corner if there's like a little microphone. If you click over it, there we go. Oh no. Let's see if we can hear you. Maybe, let's see. I can probably